Okay, moving on. Fun question for you. You ready to play? Yeah? Since Tuesday's travesty of an election, every Democrat I've seen or heard, me included, and justifiably so, have been wetting our pants, fearful of just how destructive another 4 years of Donald Trump will be to our country, our democracy, and our Constitution. But here's my question. How many Republicans have you seen or heard that are wetting their pants, nervous or frightened as to what we Democrats will do in the next 2.5 months, while we still have a commander-in-chief with presidential immunity, and we have the Senate? I like to think I keep my nose pretty close to the news grindstone, and I haven't seen a one. Not one. What I have seen are Democrats falling all over one another, saying we have to have a peaceful transfer of power and turn our constitutional republic over to someone who said our Constitution should be terminated. First, peaceful. Why did they keep referring to that? I'd bet the farm the only chance of a non-peaceful transfer of power we would have had would have been if Trump had lost. So let's remove that word from the equation. Peaceful. But then their repeated insistence that we have to sacrifice our Constitution so we can feel good about honoring our Constitution. As you know, and I've been pretty vocal about it, that makes zero sense to me. Think about it. Repeat it to yourselves. Ponder it. Consider it. Question it. We're going to sacrifice our Constitution so we can say we honored our Constitution? And I'm not saying that there's necessarily much else they can say, but maybe, I don't know, maybe just leave that part out. It reminds me of the first assassination attempt on the orange hairball, you know, the one from which Trump seemingly recovered in record time. Seriously, people who have their ears pierced take longer to recuperate. And I said at the time that even though what I was about to say would be considered by many to be controversial, I highly suspected most Democrats and even many Republicans felt the exact same way and would fully agree with me, at least privately. So many of them were quick to issue statements that said, violence is not the way to solve our political differences, which I agree with wholeheartedly. And they said that again after the second occurrence, which never really materialized into an actual assassination attempt. But you know, assassination attempt sounds much more ominous and helpful in a campaign than saying the perp had concepts of an assassination. But after both incidents, Democrats then went on to say things to the effect of, I'm glad Donald Trump survived. I wish him a speedy recovery. No, you didn't, and no, you don't. This is just simple math and even simpler logic. If you know in your heart of hearts, like most informed patriotic Democrats do, and again, many Republicans, what a clear and present danger and existential threat Trump is to our democracy, why on earth would you want him to survive? And why would you be happy he did? Answer, you don't and you're not. Now, I wouldn't expect any politician to actually say this quiet part out loud, but why not just stop after violence is no way to settle political differences? So, if you're tempted to ask me if I too am glad Trump survived, you already have your answer. In fact, I may be the only one who will be completely honest with you. And when J.D. Vance said this at the RNC train wreck,
and then look at that photo of him, defiant, fist in the air, when Donald Trump rose to his feet in that Pennsylvania field, all of America stood with him.
let me just say that I, along with millions of other truly patriotic Americans, were not with him are not with him, have never been with him, and never will be with him. Clear?